So we're back, we're live again, live on YouTube, Facebook, and the social network, even Yammer.
All over the world.
Hey,
Yammer's great.
Yes, I'm not joking. Mike, how are you doing?
Oh, doing great, doing good. Just excited to be bathed in all the energy of ESPC.
Yeah, not tired yet?
No, well, we had a hackathon a day ago, and so from that I was definitely a bit tired, but now I'm rested and recuperated.
About the hackathon, there was a hackathon this week. I did one, I think 2 years ago at the conference here. Did you enjoy it?
Oh, it's a personal thing of mine. I love a good hackathon. Usually, I get to participate in them as well sometimes, and I think it's good. If you love to code, if you love to build things, just to come with your energy. Pick a project that you really want to work on, and then just do it for 6 hours intensively. Work through it. Sometimes people bring things that they want to learn, that they want to go do, but I just love the energy of just trying to set out and build something, and then saying, okay, I'm going to get this done by 12 a.m. I'm going to get this done by 1 a.m. and then maybe if everything works out right, I'll have it all done by 2 a.m. That kind of pressure on yourself, I think, is actually kind of a fun thing, at least for me. And here at ESPC, we had a number of about 30 other folks that were building really hardcore solutions as well. So
what kind of solutions were built?
Yeah, so of course the other part of a hackathon is awards. First prize, second prize, that kind of thing. And the first prize winner, what they built was so what they did is they took the SharePoint audit logs and then they ran it into an Azure AI and ML model, so to process it to find clusters of behaviors that were alike. Then what they did is they took those clusters, they actually asked those people in those clusters various surveys about their attitudes towards things like SharePoint and how they work with their colleagues. Then they sort of further refined the clusters, and then what they did was they created Yammer groups. And so the really great thing about that is that they had this end-to-end process of actually trying to use ML to come up with the best possible groups for users. And so it was a very sophisticated solution. They actually walked us through all the different steps in the model. It was really quite impressive. Some other solutions that people built. So one solution was building a bot that was a help bot. So it used the SharePoint Framework Application Customizer to add a help link. You could ask it questions, and then it would go and sort of do things like provision sites for you. And then the final one, which was really cool, is if you're familiar with the Office 2013 Document Information Panel, they actually took that, they ported it from 2013. They made it work as an add-in inside of Office. So just a lot of creativity, and it was really good.
Something we can use.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, some of them, like I said, with the AI one, you can imagine people building a business around that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, nice. You are a developer. You are kind of.
I'd like to think of myself as a developer. Yes.
Can you tell us what is coming for developers in the next month?
Oh yeah, so for SharePoint Framework developers, so at ESPC we talked about a number of new improvements that are coming over the next couple of weeks essentially. So we have available these new application lifecycle model APIs for automatically through an API deploying add-ins and SharePoint Framework packages. We have a site collection app catalog for better controlling where those packages live and go to. And then finally we also have asset packaging. So now you can have one SharePoint Framework package that has not just your manifest, but also your JavaScript. And so for your administrators, you can hand them a package. It will put the resources in a CDN inside of SharePoint. It'll put the manifest in the right place. And so that really simplifies deployment. So if you take those three things together, it actually makes deployment of SharePoint Framework components a lot easier. So that is huge by itself. The other cool thing at ESPC is we had folks from the Google team. They work on Angular. Angular is a very, very popular web developer framework. So they were working to sort of take some of their technology called Angular Elements and make it work inside of SharePoint, so that as a developer you can solidly build with Angular inside of SharePoint. We also have some tenant properties. So that's just over the next few weeks, and some of that is actually available today for folks to get started. So just a lot going on. I mean, it's kind of par for the course over the past. We've probably had a new set of releases every month or two, and so it's.
Is that the new Microsoft embracing other technologies?
Yeah,
like Google on stage.
Well, I mean that's kind of modern development. You're very agile. You're deploying on a weekly or a monthly basis. You're sort of able to respond to changes very quickly, and so. Yeah, it's markedly different. It's definitely a different mindset that, one of the benefits is you can sort of, wait until the feature is right, get it on the next train, which could be a week or two away, get it out there, get some feedback, and go iterate and improve it. So this ability to have these trains of deployment that run every 2 weeks just gives you a lot of flexibility to get features to the right state, and get them out. And so you're not always trying to rush to sort of hit the once every year train or that kind of thing. So that flexibility, it's common across pretty much a lot of the modern development projects, especially like websites and the like. And yeah, it's something that's across Office 365 now as well.
Okay, perfect. So the conference is coming to an end. What's the main thing you will remember?
Well, I always just remember the hackathon, the late night coding. I did my own hack. I built a simple demo. It was more of a demo. So I always loved the hackathon. I did some intros to keynotes, which were a little interesting, but that was good. Having the Google folks at the developer keynote was pretty cool. It's been a really great experience. I also worked a little bit on the program team to help plan it. So seeing it from the other side, seeing all of the the amazing folks from the community, having to, it was really hard to sort of get the right set of sessions together, but the benefit of seeing all these superstars of Office 365, of Azure come together, it's an amazing conference.
Okay, Mike, thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Hope to see you next year.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, look forward to it.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.